Well, next up, you can already see it on, or I can see it on my screen. You can see it on the main screen in a second as well. It's Zacapa Resources, and it's a private company. And I'm excited to be joined by Adam Melnik, President and CEO, to learn more about Nevada and other areas in the U.S.
Thanks so much for having us, Kai. Yeah, really excited today to present for Zacapa Resources, the first time sharing our presentation publicly here. This is our first conference. Look, we're really excited. Zacapa is currently private, but we have big plans. We're going public in January of 2022. We're a copper and gold exploration company focused on the Southwest United States of America. And it is our passion here to pursue responsible exploration in support of the new energy economy. You've seen some very sharp people sharing strong views about the future of copper and gold here. So we're very much aligned with them. I'm going to be sharing some forward-looking statements, so please take note. At the core of any good company is intellectual capital as well as financial capital, and I'm not tooting my own horn here. We have some fantastic people as a part of this organization. My background is in investment banking and corporate development with large mining companies in London. For the last 10 years, I've been based in the UK, but I've relocated to Vancouver to lead Zacapa Resources. Lisa Peterson has also recently joined the company this summer. Her background is also in mining and renewables. She has 13 years experience with Barrick Gold and KGHM and Sky Power, and we're very excited to have her involved as our CFO. Melissa Martinson's our corporate secretary, and she has great experience with Dolly Varden and Silver Viper and brings a lot of credibility to our corporate routines. And Tatiana is also doing a fantastic job managing our investor relations and marketing. She's also with one of our partner companies, Libero Copper and Gold. I'm very excited to have a new Vice President of Exploration involved in the company as well, Dr. Timothy McIntyre. Tim has over 15 years of experience operating in North America and Africa. His most recent experience was as a consulting geologist with Rio Tinto in Zambia. And prior to that, he was a senior project geologist with Ivanhoe Mines, working on the company's Kamoa-Kakula deposit and in the Western Forelands, which BHP is, I believe, contemplating optioning into. Tim completed his PhD at the Colorado School of Mines, focused on sedimentary copper deposits, and he did his PhD on Kansanshi, which is one of First Quantum's cornerstone assets. Alongside Tim, we have two fantastic technical advisors at the company, including Dr. Alan Wainwright, who was a part of the discovery team successful in discovering the Coffee Gold deposit, which was eventually acquired by Goldcorp in its transaction with Kaminak. And Dan McNeil has actually assisted in originating a number of the property opportunities within Zacapa's portfolio. He has an esteemed career with Barrick and Anglo and other small companies he's consulted with. And Alex Yard is our exploration manager. He has a prior experience with Wesdome, McEwen, Primero, and AUX, which is now a part of Scotty Resources. I'm very proud to have joined an esteemed board of directors, including Zacapa's executive chairman and founder, Ian Slater. Ian has been in this space for more than 25 years, and I'm learning new things from him every single day. Along with Ian, Mark Boisneau, as he's embraced retirement from Glencore, he's joined our board. He's the former global head of nickel for Glencore and has already been bringing some best practices to our company as we prepare to list. James Himes is a familiar face for many of you, I'm sure, if you've been investing in this space. He's the founder and executive chairman of Core Mining and its spinco, Karis Gold. We're very happy to have him involved. Jay Sugier is our legal representative. He's a partner at Ferris and has been helping us with our listing. Our accomplished board of directors, I should note, has raised over $100 million for early stage mining and exploration ventures in the last 10 months, including $9 million for Zacapa at 50 cents a share. We have approximately 49 million shares outstanding, which gives us a private valuation of about $25 million Canadian, an enterprise value net of that cash of a little over 16 million. So pretty compelling value once I have an opportunity to share our property portfolio with you. Our shareholder cap table is pretty evenly split here between some high net worth individuals, of which I see a few in the room at the moment. A quarter of our shares belong to institutions such as Crescat, who we're happy to have involved in our organization and work plan, and almost a quarter of the shares are owned by the management team and directors, which shows fantastic alignment with the future of the company. Importantly, almost 2/3 of these shares are subject to lockup and escrow for up to 3 years following our listing in January. So I'll just briefly dive right into our property portfolio. We are discovery focused here, very much an early stage grassroots company in many ways. We operate in 4 states, Nevada, Idaho, Arizona, and Colorado. All 4 of these states rank very, very highly with the Fraser Institute for investment attractiveness. In Nevada, we have 2 projects. South Bullfrog is in the heart of Beatty, Nevada, which is in the Walker Lane trend, which is, as you all know, a very exciting place to be at the moment, with Anglo and Corvus imminently consolidating, and Augusta having spun out the the Bullfrog and Montgomery Shoshone pits and announcing a 1 million ounce resource right on our border earlier this summer in July. I'll dive a bit more into the projects in a moment here, but we're very happy to be in these states. I will point out that Red Top in Arizona is a porphyry copper target that we are drilling literally starting next week. So I'll take you through the projects briefly here. Red Top is in the heart of the Laramide Copper Province in Arizona. It's proximal to BHP and Rio Tinto's Resolution mine, which they're developing for $6 billion, hopefully. It hosts a resource of 1.7 billion tons at 1.5% copper. We're in a great space in the Globe Miami district. There are very few operators in this district. There are a few other private companies that are following our lead, but we will be first to market. So it'd be great to get any interested investors involved post-IPO. Arizona is an important place. It produces 75% of the copper that is generated and produced within the United States of America, and we're very happy to have a foothold here. So just briefly to help you guys understand why we believe Red Top is such an interesting prospect, through our partnership with EMX Royalty Corp, who we optioned this property from, we've identified a 2 kilometer in diameter QSP, or quartz sericite pyrite alteration sequence, with a porphyritic center. There is historic drilling at this property, which was completed in vertical holes, but based on our geologists' understanding of the district, this porphyry is potentially rotated, tilted, and therefore that drilling would have missed the center of this porphyry system. So we've designed a drill program in a fence to move down elevation and down dip to test the center of that porphyry system. We'll be drilling 2,000 meters over 3 holes here starting next week. Our second copper prospect in Arizona is the Pearl Project. It's contiguous with Freeport-McMoRan and BHP, and adjacent to the past-producing San Manuel Kalamazoo mine, which hosted a resource of 1.4 billion tons at 0.6% copper. It's one of the cornerstone assets for BHP. And they're actually looking at investigating the potential to reopen here, we understand. Pearl's quite interesting. There's almost a 1 kilometer strike length across the northwest of our property that hosts porphyry-style chloride epidote, sericite alteration, and some very interesting copper-rich veins at surface, which we're following up with a mapping and sampling program. We actually have boots on the ground at the moment collecting that data. We'll be incorporating that with our geophysics work that we did through the summer season, and be vectoring in for targets for drilling in Q3 2022. Dewdrop Moon is sort of a hybrid project for us. It's copper and gold, based in the Yarrington district in Nevada. It's just south of the Pumpkin Hollow mine being operated by Nevada Copper, which is the most recently permitted copper mine in the US, and actually the only in the last 10 years. So we're showing some very interesting signatures at this property. We believe it is a tilted porphyry system similar to many of the other deposits in the system in a district that hosts more than 20 billion pounds of copper. In the west of our property, we're seeing high-grade outcropping gold and copper, including grab samples of almost 4 grams per ton gold and over 4% copper in the west. And we move to more of a copper-gold porphyry signature and alteration sequence in the east of the property with similar surface samplings. It's a very interesting property, but very early days here as well. We're pursuing additional mapping and sampling. We've completed our geophysics work here, and we'll be prepared to drill this property in Q3 next year. Perhaps most importantly in our portfolio, which attracted a number of investors to our financing earlier this year, is our property position in Beatty, Nevada, at our South Bullfrog property. We are contiguous with Augusta Gold to the west, Corvus Gold to the north, Anglo Gold to the east, and Core as well. And we've got a very interesting land holding here. Augusta has pursued through the course of this year a $25 million exploration program along the western edge of our border. And that gives us some strong analogs for investment. And the recent consolidation announced between Anglo Gold and Corvus for almost 570 million Canadian dollars is an important barometer for the interest in this sector by the majors. So we're very excited. We've completed some geophysics and spectral analysis here. We need to do some additional geophysics. We're laying some IP lines over the concealed targets that we've identified in the east part of our property to try and vector in on the strongest targets. And we're using some very innovative geochemical and biogeochemical testing that Anglo and Core and Corvus are also using out to the east of us at the Linda Strip target, which has been delivering some fantastic results for those companies. So we'll be drilling here starting in Q1, which is very exciting. Our Miller Mountain property is a gold prospect we optioned from EMX in Idaho. We own about 7.5 kilometers along the Trans-Challis Fault Zone. We're about 5 kilometers from the Boise Basin, which there was historic production of about 2.5 million ounces of gold. We've completed surface sampling and mapping and a geophysics program here, and we've confirmed historic sampling results near 2 historic mines. The Miller Mine and the Specimen Mine have returned samples at surface of almost 30 grams per ton gold and 14 grams per ton silver. 14 grams per ton gold at Specimen, And we have a drill program planned here for Q2 2022 once the snow melts. And last but not least, our actually most advanced project is the Tamici copper moly project in Colorado. This is a large polymetallic porphyry copper moly deposit that was advanced significantly by Climax, Molycorp, and Burnstone Ventures. It hosts over 700 million tons at 0.33 copper equivalent, which does not include any of the gold, silver, or rhenium. And there's lots of additional high-grade mineralization in the district. This project is comparable, I suppose, if you look at in a public comparable. North Isle Copper and Gold's North Island project is of similar grade and similar PEA stage. Earlier this year, they had a market cap in excess of $100 million. It's now about $30 million, but this could generate a lot of value for Zacapa shareholders by taking this project through a PEA process, which we're contemplating for next year. In summary, we are a very well-funded and empowered new management team. We'll be drilling across 5 of our projects and advancing an additional one to a PEA stage all in the next 12 months. We'll have quarterly drill result catalysts for investors, and we think it'll be a compelling story, and we hope for a spectacular debut in January. So I really appreciate your support. Thank you very much. Dankeschön. I'd be happy to take any questions.
Great job, Adam, running us through the project. There's quite a few, so really appreciate it. Tell us a bit more about the IPO process. Is it going to be a clean IPO? Is it going to be an RTO? Can you give us some more information on that?
Happy to add some color there, Kai. Yep. So we've, having done the raise earlier this year, we're actually we're doing a Spotify. We're direct listing in January, so not raising any new funds. We've got more than enough to progress our properties, but yes, we're just satisfying the securities commissions and stock exchange and preparing for a pretty explosive Q1.
Okay, and you're drilling before you even go public?
That's correct. Well, importantly, as you've noticed from a number of the presenters here today, the lab assays could be a bit of a delay. So we are starting drilling in advance so that we have drill results immediately post-IPO.
Fantastic. Anybody else have any more questions for Adam?
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Adam. Thanks for joining us. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much.